All right, a little bit different than the usual intro. For these next sets of heats, we had a bit of an open mic on the Discord channel where four different commentators basically were all able to share their views on ships and commentate as the matches went on. Hope you enjoy it. The D13s, I went back and did the math, they have the highest firepower in the entire tournament. They're like 250. It is absurd how much cram firepower they have packing. Plus, there's two targets to shoot at. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out. But basically, it's the two top seeded at this point. The D13s had a really convincing win over the gun barge, and then Kevin's gorgeous ship here had a fairly convincing victory over the wave breaker that we just watched. Although I've got to say, actually, now looking at it, it was a little bit less convincing than Sam's ugly against it. Maybe just lucky shots there, though.
I don't know if you noticed this earlier, but Kev tends to put biblical stuff on the sides of his ships.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it kind of adds a cool aesthetic to it, if we're going to be honest. Like, past the...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I just thought it'd be interesting to point that out.
Yes. I did kind of just glance over it. Since we were thinking of maybe doing, like, a separate aesthetics competition, I was kind of glancing over that part because I figured we could do, like, a long look at the ships and one featured thing. But, I mean, past that, the shape and everything of the Riviera is just really gorgeous. Typical kind of lorekeeper work. I mean, it's just a beautiful ship. I love the sails on it. And then the D13s, I don't know. I have a soft spot for really kind of simplistic Greek kind of trireme looks, and this is they're just really cool.
I've seen those two smaller ships somewhere before. Maybe I was watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
But,
they were the first round. They were the ones that went up against the gun barge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is their second showing. We're getting into the second round of heats now. That last one was the final of the first round. So this one's actually kind of the two biggest winners, so to speak. It's the Riviera and then Muse D13 Vana twins.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are all of these using one paddle wheel?
They do have two backup steam props.
Props.
Yeah, and you can see they've got a lot of buoyancy padding.
I wanted to ask because I tried mono paddle wheel designs before, and they weren't very durable.
No, they're not. And I think it might be a dual paddle wheel. I think they might be split down the center. No, I'm crazy. I thought they were.
We're all just a little.
Yeah, it is a mono paddle wheel. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no. So when I do it like this, I like to have it split right down the center so that you have two paddle wheels right on top of each other. That way they can also fight each other on roll control, and they can also give you yaw, and you can rotate in place. It works really well. You just have to tune the heck out of PIDs and play with it a lot.
Well, the other ship had a paddle wheel in the back.
Yes, it has kind of this really nicely also decoed one with a little bit of armor protecting it in the back, but it's got the kind of double staggered paddle wheel. This ship can go really fast. I get the feeling he's actually got it speed limited because I'm confident it can go quite a bit faster than it has been in the tournament.
Oh, there's another quote there on the back as well.
Oh, he's got a quote here on the back.
Under the waterline. Yeah.
Yeah, water hides all the hologram stuff. I think there's one here too.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. The shaders overlap and one kind of takes priority. Or at least that would be my guess about what's going on. Would you guys like to go ahead and get underway? See what happens?
Sure.
All right.
I guess it's not technically ironclad, but and I'm not sure how you would do the spark torpedo on it, but a CS Hunley would be kind of cool. Ooh.
Yes. Near miss on the first volley, but there are a lot more to come. Oh man, that was a near miss too. You know what? This thing might have a small enough profile that these are really going to struggle hitting it.
It's funny, me and Bob were talking about using crams in a similar fashion last night.
Oh, with the kind of prefer high, lower velocity?
Basically, we're both fans of APS for their reliability. That's kind of what we were discussing. I mean, cram's a decent weapon system. It's just not one that I prefer because of that slower rate of fire and the slower travel time of the shells. But that's just an opinion. Take what you will from that.
No, absolutely.
Well, it certainly can deliver a lot of bang bang.
Oh yeah, and it looks like it's got the Riviera convinced to show that lovely broadside behavior where you do the absolute worst possible thing you can for your ship and run straight away. Oh man, we were just talking about that before we started recording.
Looks like it counts on having the speed advantage to dictate the distance, but it doesn't quite have it.
It looks like one of them just got deleted.
Yeah, it was too far away. Got the DQ counter had been counting up. It wasn't able to close fast enough.
Seemed like it was just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, I don't know what's with the other one. It seems to get really confused and take a long time to kind of turn around and get its nose on target, which is weird because the one that starts facing, like as you can see, it doesn't waste any time whatsoever and is very fast. So I'm really have no clue what's going on there. I love the way they've got the crams set up. These little tiny, little midget cram turrets. Like they've got to be. They're not moving at the full 300 meters per second, and they're able to shoot.
That was a good volley.
Oh, it was great. Man, God, the default broadside AI just.
Is there any way to fix it to force the ship, if it's facing a ship that's faster than it, just go ahead and go into broadside anyway, even though it's not at its range?
There's a few tweaks you could do for yes.
Yeah, so what you'd need to do is you'd need to have multiple different behavior routines on the AI, and then use control blocks if you're not using a breadboard. If you're using a breadboard, this isn't even a problem. But if you want to do it with like the built-in AI systems, oh man, more ammo stowage going up there. Darn.
That was nasty.
Yes, very. I mean, so this one Vana has something like 2/3 as much firepower as the entire Riviera. They are little monstrosities. I don't know how he packed so many crams in such a small space. I think it's basically like a single layer of armor and then the rest of it's cram cannon. Oh no, is engine dead? So you'd have to set up control blocks to basically figure out the bearing and the speed of your opponent and then use that to control your behaviors. I just helped someone set up a tail fighter.
Well, it looks like we might be No,
no,
okay.
I think they're...
I thought we were going to go for a ram. I'm disappointed.
Well, it unfortunately has I think it has the default ramming AI, but I don't think they ever set the collision avoidance to actually not avoid vehicles. So I think it goes in for a ram, and then when it gets close, the collision avoidance goes, oh no, wait. So then it turns off at the last second. I'm kind of amazed that as many guns are still alive on the Riviera.
That looks like she's going to roll over and play dead for us. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was really sudden, wasn't it? It just kind of decided one side was no longer buoyant at all. Huh.
I think it's kind of funny, though, because, well, technically only like half the ship isn't here, and Riviera is still not doing so well against it.
Well, in fairness, it had, what, half a gun on target for basically the entire fight while it was running away?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was kind of nervous about the ramming AI, is since it just pursues like this, I felt like a lot of the default broadside AIs and stuff were going to basically have no idea what to do. You know?
I think.
Is it gonna...
Come on.
Are you...
Come on, baby.
It's reversing to avoid collision. Oh, God. The AIs in this game are so funny, man. You can see, of course, the armor scheme is very good, which is why it's still alive.
Oh yeah, Kevin builds very, very good ships.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He builds like very good everything, honestly.
Exactly, and his focus on firepower, I absolutely love. He doesn't build, just big tanky bricks. He uses beautiful shapes and packs as much firepower as possible into them.
White one seems to have taken propulsion damage. It's barely moving.
Yeah, probably the steam engines. Yep, I'd say they did. Yeah. So, steam engines are dead, which means that this is running without motor drive right now. Gotta love it.
Looks like he really did everything he could to protect that paddle wheel. Oh, we had a bounce.
Wow. Okay, well, we've got 30 seconds left. The question is going to be, can the Riviera do 14% of damage in 30 seconds?
What were you going to say there, Ion?
The Riviera, yeah, the Rivieras. It's at 60%, while the overall team for the white one is at 36. So, who wins?
Yeah, he would. You're right. I wasn't counting properly.
If it was just 1-on-1, then yeah, it'd be the white one. But it's a 2-on-1.
Yeah, no. My brain broke for a second there because we've only seen one D13 this entire time, basically.
Yeah, this is, I think, result by technicality.
Yeah, I would say by technicality, definitely the Riviera won there. So let me go ahead and update that.
By the way, I'm sorry. I just tend to speak out when I notice things like that. So I was like, hang on a second.
There's no reason to apologize. I was wrong.
I'm apologizing to the creator. If I hadn't said anything, then the white ship would have won.